Hello, my name is Abe, and today we're going to be taking a look at Lost in Random: The Eternal Die. It's got a crappy name, but it's a top-down not RPG, like what would you classify a top-down action adventure as? Maybe I just did. We're gonna play it. We're gonna check out the demo. We're gonna play on normal and see what this game actually has in store. The North says it's actually really cool. And you know what?
Once upon a time, in the wonderful kingdom of Random, everyone lived happily, in order and in prosperity. This was all thanks to the great Queen Alexandra, who fairly wielded the power of the ancient black dye. But this black dye was an ally of many faces. As corruption spread, betrayal followed, and the kingdom soon fell like pieces on a board. In this chaos, a sister's life was lost. But a long-lost friend returned. Fueled by vengeance, the reunited pair challenged the evil before them. But the odds were not in their favor. And our heroes found themselves dragged into the twisted realms of the black dye.
I mean, that was a pretty good cutscene, although I kind of wish it was maybe rendered at a slightly higher resolution. I can't, but I can't take it seriously when it's like, the ancient kingdom, and it's just like an actual, like a literal D6 in their hand. It raises so many questions. Ah, Fortune, are you okay? So I guess, I thought that the queen would be evil. I guess we're the queen and we just didn't know what we had in our hand. Schmackel Fanta.
Of course I'm Alexandra. Who else would I? By the dice makers.
Ah, I have been transformed into that of a weak little child.
For how long have we been trapped here? Never mind.
Let us destroy this place one way or another. Might actually turn up the volume slightly. Not that high. Let's go to 40. No, not 60, 40. Okay, now that I'm attacking, I'm realizing it might be a little bit louder than I thought. Let's go to 30. So it's gonna be top-down action roguelite-y, I guess. Maybe not roguelite-y, but in the same vein as a lot of those other games that you have maybe. Oh my god, it actually is getting kind of loud when you actually like break stuff. Turn the sound effect volume maybe down a little bit. I don't know how much story there's gonna be, but let's play, let's figure it out. As expected, spacebar is dash. I see that a lot on games like this. I mean, let's talk about immediately what I'm reminded of. I'm reminded of any game that plays like this, something like Hades, Raven's Watch, Rainbreaker was the one that had the weird televisions everywhere, but it had lovely color. Hold Q and aim, throw fortune, and deal area damage. It rolled on a 6, so every time we throw it, it probably rolls random. Yeah, that's a 4. That's a 3. Does different things depending on the roll. Really though, the style of the world that they're going for here really makes me think of, like, Alice. Like, you know, the queen wielding the die and all that. Well, us now being a little girl.
Alexandra, fortune at last.
Who are you?
After all I've done for you, well, I am the knight, the body of the black die, the one you blame for losing everything.
They picked a good voice actor for this, someone who can really do, after all I've done for you. Yeah, we're just talking to this, you know, weird little floating die flower. I also like that my die is so scared he's managed to wedge himself inside of my pelvis.
Good. Then stop playing around and face my vengeance.
Oh, we will play, Alexandra, for I have prepared a game just for you.
You know, I suppose what they're going for is very tropey, right? We're in the game world, right? There's going to be a DM, and so this die entity is giving us the evil bad guy monologue. I have trapped you, and you are in my game now. You know, that's kind of exactly what they're going for. So having a voice actor doing that voice fits completely. Now you get to play my game. E. Didn't even notice all the like people floating in the vines.
The queen enters the board.
Ah, yes, checkers. Equip ancient cards to unleash their magic. You can only carry one card at a time. So, roguelitiness, gotcha. Hold and release right click to do the card. Release during the flash for a perfect time. Attack. Card attacks cost energy. Collect energy shards by hitting enemy with a weapon. So it does 60 or 40 damage if you don't get the perfect, and it stuns. Games like this, I'm seeing them more and more where roguelite indie game developers are starting to become aware of cheesy mechanics like, oh, I have a ranged attack, I can just stay at a range and just use the range attack to constantly whittle down my foes. So I'm starting to see a lot more of this whole, your ranged weapon has ammo, has charges, you have to hit with your melee weapon to actually get the charges back. I guess it probably started heavily with Hyperlight Drifter, where your ranged attack had limited ammo, you had to melee the enemy to get the ammo back. And then I saw it on Astral Ascent, I believe is the name of the game. I think Rainbreaker also used a similar mechanic, and there's other games too that have that mechanic where your ranged attack is not infinite use. You just want to use it when you need to, when you are overwhelmed or when you just don't want to have to deal with the situation. It's not in a straight line, it's actually an AoE. What's the button for the throw? Q. Dead Cells uses that mechanic on Hyperlight Sword Gun. What a coincidence, says Glader. Well, he uses it on one very specific item. It doesn't use it for, like, core game mechanics. You can get trinkets. Treasures are imbued with dormant magic that amplifies the same color to harness boosts. Matching colors must be done in straight lines. Okay. So, red, blue, purple, and we have to put it on the board. This is very much Scully. Increase max health by 1. Carrying Fortuna grants us a chance to spawn a seekling ghost that applies weakness. Die throw attacks spawn icicles, which chill. Let's just take the health upgrade, and we can put it in the middle of the board. And we can't move it because it's been locked in. Fair enough. The Sword of Sixtopia. Oh, God. It's funny. Weapons, cards, dice, conjurations, luck, colorful treasures, harnessing, boost, stun, weak, time stop, chill, lightning, burn, and poison. All different things we can get. I've taken my boost. Eyes your inventory. It's your thing in the middle. All right, let's do it. Whoa. I see green attack, and in my mind, I'm immediately like, I gotta parry that. Do not need to parry the green attack. This is not Doom Eternal. All right, we got money. Those have deactivated. We've done this room of combat. Now we move on. Something that we're gonna have to figure out is how effective is hitting the enemies to stun them. It seems like the first sword attack doesn't do it, but subsequent sword attacks might. Which I always find awkward in games like these, where if I don't know if my sword attack is going to apply a stun or not, I'm gonna have to play more defensively, because sometimes the enemies are getting well, not really stunned, but staggered. They're flinching when I hit them, and sometimes they don't. Choose plus 10 or plus 20. Okay, I don't know which is which. I will take plus 10. Now, we only have 51 HP. We did 2 encounters, so how come I didn't get 2 HP out of that? I don't know. I don't even, what did he say? He said shawarma? I love shawarma. Hey Shinigami, welcome to the stream today. We're checking out Lost in Random.
Let's keep going, Fortune.
Can dash through walls, which is always handy. That way you don't get stuck. I'm gonna take the money. How come hold on, why am I not getting max health? Completing an encounter increases your max health by 1. Does it literally mean you only get it once? My health is still 51, game. Something tells me it's not working correctly in the demo. Come back here. While I'm not paying too much attention to it, I'm assuming that we are invincible during our dash. You know what I hope that they do? And I'm gonna just make a direct comparison to Hades here. I hope that they make it so that when you dash, you get to keep your combo going. Well, you could say that that's also a Dead Cells reference as well, but I'm going more for the Hades thing. I want to be able to attack, dash, and then get the third hit of the combo out. Having a little bit of additional maneuverability on your combos means that it's easier to keep the combos going, and it means that you can actually plan your dashes a little bit more. Color match to boost weapons. The pearl breaks in the process. Okay, color match to boost. Okay, so we want to put this one here, and then when we boost it, it'll break it. Okay. Cork says, hello, I'm melting. Hello, melting, I'm dad. Still 51 HP, so that's not working. The North says this game suffers a lot just by the mere existence of Hades 1 and 2. Well, so far, I need to be doing this more. So far, I'm not really seeing what differentiates this game from other games that have done the same thing, but better. What sets this apart from a top-down action game like those? I don't know.
Oi, oi, oi! Well, Well, if it isn't a living
Just the setting?
customer, and a dice wielder at that. Did I win the...
A merchant?
Okay, I'm not going to really talk to you too much. I'm sorry.
Never knew I...
You are a merchant. Thank you. Buy a relic, a heal. How much money do I have? 160. Buy max health. Buy a pearl coffer. What was a pearl again? IE. Pearl. What's a relic? Are these relics or are these pearls? Are they pearl? Maybe they're pearls? We don't have any blessings. Sorry, I can't remember what these were. What is a pearl? What's a relic? Let's take a relic. Okay, these are relics. Rolling an odd number increases the damage of the next charged weapon attack. Charged weapons hit chill. Let's charge weapon chill. And we'll put it here. It'll combo, break it, and now... What? Pearls are mainly used for color matching and break when harnessed. Relics grant unique passive powers and do not break when harnessed. Oh, okay, so they're the same thing. Voice acting's good. Voice acting's fine. Nor says, hello, Melty, I'm dead. I was quicker on my end. Okay, so we played a relic that sticks around. The pearl boosted weapons and then broke. So weapons are now up 50%. What does that mean? Does it mean my weapon damage is up 50%? We'll see. Maybe, if I remember how much damage we were actually doing with weapons. I mean, I think we were hitting for 10, now we're hitting for 20, so... Actually seems like perhaps... Perhaps that is how it works? We still have 51 HP though. Money or health? Let's go money. I guess we can go back to the shop, can't we? At any point in time. We can do that right now, in fact. Relics and pearls can be placed on top of each other, but it destroys it. Destroying a relic removes the power. Already harnessed boosts remain. Okay. Color match to boost weapons, the pearl breaks. Color match to boost luck. It's like crit chance. I'll put this down, I don't care. So it's interesting, you have to plan your board. Which is kind of interesting.
What's your step, Fortune?
Which means you want to put... You want to put like relics on the edges so you have room in the middle for the pearls? Is that correct? So relic, this is going to be permanent. 50% for 10 seconds. Increase the next card damage 15%, charged weapon hits. Card attacks increase dice throw damage by 10%, stackable up to 3 times. Look, a lot of this just seems like whatever, but we'll make some passive boosts happening here. I have to manually open the door, which means it can only be one thing. A boss fight. Actually, it does not look like a boss fight. Now, maybe I'm wrong, because earlier I was talking about the ranged attack being limited, but we have an unlimited ranged attack. We have the die. You just throw it. I didn't even see that there was a second pedestal there. Gotta be careful, because my thing is not actually off of cooldown. For a second I thought it was. We have to go pick up the die too in order to throw it again. Damn, 50% damage upgrade. Yeah, like, that seemed like a really nice pearl to pick up earlier. Like, this one here too. So our weapon damage is now boosted 100%. That seems really, really nice. That's a huge improvement. Did I only get the bonus once though? I feel like maybe I feel like maybe I only got one boost because it had the same thing in the row multiple times. I also wonder if there's a reason to or not to try to go for a 4 or a 5 piece combo. Like what would happen if we comboed 5 in a row of the same color? Every second, your weapon attack gains increased critical chance, resets upon a crit. Energy is replenished passively over time, increases all damage dealt to chilled foes. Don't I chill foes with like a spin attack or something? Charged weapons inflict chill. I'll take that. So that right there. Keep that in mind. Whirlwind of Ice. You know what? I tell you what, that seems pretty nice.
We'll win this. It's in the cards.
M is map. You can teleport to, it looks like you can only teleport to important rooms. You can't teleport to any room. I have to wonder why. Like, why not just let me teleport to any room? Because now I do have to do a little bit more walking to get back. It's not like walking is dangerous in any way. You know what? The chill also follows me, which seems incredible. Thank you. I like the little synergy we have here. We want to chill the enemies and we hit them really damn hard. Color match to boost cards, boost dice, or we can get money. I suppose we'll put this here and we'll work on boosting dice. You know, let's put it there. Maybe try to get something going up here. Another walking game, says Mud. Money or health? Money. I mean, I took damage once, and theoretically I should have something that is giving me health over time, but I think it's just busted in the demo, because it has given me literally 1 HP the entire time I've had it. So I'm gonna say that is not worth it right now. I did like in Gungeon how there was no money in pots. I kind of wish there was no money in pots, because I don't want to spend my time looking around and breaking things. I hated Wizard of Legend for that. Every barrel had like 5 cents in it, so you wanted to break everything in the whole game. It was so annoying. At least in Hades, you see the money, because it's literally a pile of cash on the ground, and so when you walk up to it and you break it,
Coins.
you get it immediately. I like that much more, because that was very straightforward. Find money, break it. Find money, break pot.
Ah, we have visitors.
The Duchess Doublet. Well, you've got a mustache. You're not a Duchess.
Sweet Princess Natalia, is it? It must have been decades.
Are you blind? Natalia is dead. This is Alexandra, the wretched girl who threw our dead and dry bones into the black dye. Fifth cousins Dublé. Pestering my childhood wasn't enough. I hoped I had seen the last of you. Well, Mayor the Knight recognized our true worth, and now you are the unwelcome guest in our castle. Unfortunately, this
Alright, let's fight. Many crates are weird, says Shinigami. Finch says, we're too conditioned from Zelda. You see a pot, you break it. Wow.
Exchange positions right away.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be that way. All right. I guess I needed to be a far... Okay. I wish there was more of a tell on certain things. Like that, now that I see it, I can see that he's doing a charge move, but I couldn't tell that it was going to be a radiating circle, you know?
What a tragedy.
And just like, I can already tell, just like something like Hades, we started this run with 50 HP, we ended it with 51. We're probably, this is one of those games where you're going to get upgrade material and you're going to upgrade your character to have hundreds of HP by the time you start the first zone. It's going to be one of those. It's not a roguelite you're supposed to beat on your first attempt. It's a roguelite that is all about the meta progression.
What in random? We're not dead, Fortune.
Discard.
A dice wielder? Oh, luck has finally turned. I'm Chance. Welcome to the Sanctuary.
Shinigami says there was another game, Win Something, in the same genre. It felt more solid. Wind Blown is another game in this same style. You know, like Hades and Raven's Watch and I can never remember the name, Rainbreaker. But Wind Blown is being made by the same developers that made Dead Cells. So there's a lot of little Dead Cells-ian gameplay mechanics in there, which I'm looking forward to.
Sanctuary? Everything went dark and then we fell into a pile of junk.
Yes, death is not final here. It is but one of Mare's evil ways to imprison us and harvest our misery. But in you, I see hope. You can break us free from Mare's daunting grasp.
If defeating Mare is what it takes to destroy the Black Die, then...
It is. Hurry, find me at the mysterious portal.
Pip Dust, 30. So we have red and blue upgrade mats.
A castle drawbridge. What's a wardrobe doing?
Things that we will develop later and probably bring NPCs to the hub world.
The size of this robot pawn.
Let's see.
There's something about this fountain.
That wonderful smell! Oh, my child.
Oh my god, it's a Troupple.
Armor? Impossible. I ended you. You and your sisters.
And yet, here we are, feeding Mare with our misery. But with my blessings, we can restore your lost strength.
Are you evil?
Blessings? You'd sooner curse me. Keep your filthy magic away.
Do you want to regain your strength, or not?
Swap and choose blessings. Each slot offers 2 blessings, but only one can be active at a time. You're saying like Hades. Increases your maximum health by 5. And where you can buff that, I'm assuming, eat a swamp. The other one is increases the amount of max health gained by the Shard of Vitality, so the pickup that you can get in the level. But it takes more money. Increases all attack damage by 10%, which is a huge amount. or increase attack damage against mayor and higher servants, so bosses. So do you want more damage against the minions or more damage against the bosses? Defeating a foe conjures extra energy shards. Is that money? It might be money, or maybe it's the power for your weapon or for your card. Hitting foes conjures energy shards. I don't think it's money. I think it's card power. So let's go for more. Man, 5 HP is not a lot. Let's go for 10% more damage. Oh, it's not spacebar, it's left click. Okay. Little misleading there. So we have the first level of this. Oh, and it looks like there's 6 levels of the HP, so you can get up to 30 HP, or you can get 10 HP bonus for each shard, which probably gives you more maximum HP. So over a longer run, this will be worth more.
You'll be back soon.
All right, so we've upgraded ourselves there, and we still have other upgrade mats, the red kind.
Ah, you look ready? Enter Mayor's dark games here, but beware, these challenges are rigged, and no 2 visits are alike.
You might be playing a roguelike.
Rooms twist and turn, treasures are...
Yeah, I know how games work.
This journal might... Now, if anyone...
Okay, he has a walking animation on a stone dais. That's pretty funny. Or what is the bottom of a board piece called? I think it has a specific name. Open your damn journal. Characters, items, here's everything that you found in the game. Gotcha. Cool. Still don't know what the red material is for, but probably when you do another run and come back here, you'll get more upgrade materials, NPCs spawning and whatnot. Let's do it. Now that we understand the game a little bit more and we know not to take plinth. Is it a plinth? Might be a plinth. Now that we know not to take that one upgrade that doesn't actually work, we won't take that one upgrade that doesn't actually work. We get poison. Explodes into flasks that inflict poison. Some of the sound effects too are louder than others, and I kind of wish it was a little bit more balanced. Okay. I can throw this thing on occasion. Also, don't forget about this. It's literally just a free ranged attack, so you might as well just use it whenever possible. A defeated foe inflicts weakness on others. Running has a chance to strike. I don't know what running is. Like, some games, there's a specific button to enable a run, which is a faster walk. Upon rolling a 6, the next weapon hit deals 100% more damage. Sure. I like it because it's red and blue, so we can get maybe 2 different types of unlocks, I guess. Maybe I'll try to roll. Well, because I put it in the middle, the best we can do is 4 in a row. Maybe we'll try to do like a 4 in a row of red. All right, maybe don't take all the damage. Poison's not particularly effective. You know what? You can't. I think this mechanic kind of stops you from doing that because I can't access 2 of those. I can't access extra slots without going all the way to the sides. See, like if I can't put it here or here or here or here. I have to put it in here. Interesting. So perhaps that actually does prevent you from doing that. It's a one-way door. Ow. Should really avoid taking too much damage. Rip me. I'm sure we'll find a way to heal later on. I'll take the money, though. I don't need the HP now.
You dice with death.
No, it's dance with death, not dice with death.
Moving on.
I have to avoid taking so much damage, though. So we get more upgrade material. I still don't know what the red stuff does, but let's keep it. And maybe we can get more of it later. Time stop. Well, we'll see what it does. Inflicts time stop. They say that like it's a debuff.
Traps again.
The trap is literally just walk. Not a very effective trap. Sure. I still don't know what this does, but I'm gonna keep taking it. I feel like there should be a secret over there, like a secret wall, but I don't see anything. Maybe you gotta throw this. He made a cute little sound, but I was kind of hoping he would land on an invisible platform. Oh, right. It's not poison. See, I'm having a hard time. With knowing when is safe to get into the enemy's faces. Color match to boost weapons. Color match to boost conjurations. Let's boost weapons. It boosted it by 50%, but I had 2 of those out there. Hold on, let me check this out real quick. It doesn't say how much it boosts it by, but if it boosts it by 50%, then I'm wasting them by getting 2 at once. So we should not do that.
Well, hello there! Back to finish rack off, are ya? Wait, a masked adventurer and a living, breathing die?
It speaks? Impossible.
No, the former Geddon brought me here. He broke me, discarded me. Please, Rack just wants to be whole again.
Quiet. You'll bring foes and misfortune straight to us. Promise to stay silent and we will make you whole again.
Silence it is! Just find my body and attach my head to it.
All right,
Thank
we
you.
will
Thank you.
work on this as a quest. Is it here? Probably not. People need to stop saying make us whole again. I refuse to make people whole again when they say make us whole again. I don't want to bring necromorphs into my life. The first weapon hit has a 10% chance to deal 100 damage. Critical damage is up, perfect card attacks weak enemies. I guess I could get a 4-piece combo now, but also I want to try something. You see, that only unlocked this one. It doesn't unlock the ones in the corners. So in order to get a 5-piece combo, you'd have to not put a relic in the middle, but I think the first thing you get is always a relic, right? So you'd have to really engineer a 5-piece upgrade. Again, if that's even something that you can do at all.
Easy come, easy go. That's a new one. Let's bring it down.
It's an elite. In the same, again, in the same vein as something like Hades, very much just, hey, there's an elite fight now. Now you gotta deal with it. Completing an encounter will heal you for 3. Will it? I don't know if it will. A 3 or a 5 stuns. Time stop will inflict weak when it expires. Let's go for the heal and maybe try to get something set up here. These are passives, so they will remain. These enemies have shields. I don't know if I can hit enemies and flinch them when they are shielded. I'm just gonna say it. That's not how it worked in Hades, so I don't know how it works here. In Hades, it wouldn't work. You would not be able to stun them or flinch them. I'm gonna try to use more correct terminology there.
Welcome. Prizes on every throw.
It's game. Do I throw here? I don't know what I'm doing.
Roll, win, repeat.
I rolled a 1 and it moved. We're playing a board game now. I see. So if we roll a 1, we get a heal. 3 is max HP maybe. We get money. That looks like a negative. This is a swap, green to blue. Anything you want, and then the end. Okay. We get some max HP. Sounds nice. I wonder if there's a way to manipulate your rolls. Like, if you roll 1 value, it'll only roll a value that's different. Like, it can't roll the same thing twice. Okay, it literally did roll the same thing twice, but I kind of like it.
All belongings infused with magic.
Card attacks increase dice throw damage. Time stop inflicts weak. Defeated foe inflicts weak. Well, we have time stop right now, so I guess we can take it. I don't really care about time stop. As soon as I hit an enemy, it seems to release them. Maybe we'll try to unlock this thing. Although the yellow at this point is permanently attached to this brick, but maybe not if we can go down to, but I think we're locked to this board layout, so maybe that's not how it works. I don't know. Oops, that is not what I meant. All right, I mean, you know, fair enough. At least we got some things out of it.
Everything you need, here and there.
It's another shop. How do I not have any money? I thought I've been actually pretty good about getting cash. I guess not. You know what, can I get 2 more? Okay, now if we can get 50 more, we can buy a new item. Okay. I keep wanting to press tab for the map. Unfortunately, that is the wrong button. I do wish that I could go to any room. I don't really care about, you know, why prevent the player from teleporting into this room? It's gonna make it take longer for me to backtrack. It's one of those situations where it just seems like, at least to start with, the best thing that you can do is just up your weapon damage because it's the only thing that you can use infinitely, right? Boost conjurations, boost luck, or instead you can take money. I guess we'll put something down, like, no reason not to put something down. Except maybe there is a reason not to put something down, but I don't know. So map. Looks like we are done this time. Let's go to the shop and then leave. Mother of Zerg, thank you very much for the resub. How you doing? Con, don't you love going to the license office to get new plates for your car only to find out that the VIN on your insurance is wrong? Guess what happened to me? Sounds like you have to deal with a lot of paperwork now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Also, better you than me. Okay, so this is just like the boss fight again, right? I guess that's about.
I disposed of your book.
Oh my god, what if they do the Hades thing and they give everyone like cute dialogue every time you fight them? Did you actually get weak at all there? Whoop, more green balls.
Let's change things up.
Whoa, you're supposed to leave.
How about we kick it up a notch?
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I guess the time freeze does work on them kind of, but it doesn't last for that long is the thing. Okay, you tried to kick me, which was real weird. I don't know if I can get close to you because you just immediately launch into large AoE attacks.
Closing in on Mare Fortune.
All right, we get something. Perfect card attacks inflict time stop. Upon rolling a 6, Fortune inflicts time stop. Increases the chance of evading all damage. You know, I don't do that often, and our thing already inflicts time stop. What if we just have rolling a 6 does it? There you go. Lots of passives. Oh, you know what? The Pearl, it's just for making the 3. It doesn't provide a passive effect on breaking. The Pearl is literally just an empty color. That's what it is. See, I keep reading it and seeing that it has an effect of like, break it to increase weapon attack, and I think that's what's providing the 50%. That's not it. It's just matching 3. Okay. So I still don't know what happens if you match 4, but I don't think you can. Take. Probably can't take everything. Let's take the... It's a mask? We can take everything. Okay. We're going to a shop. Nope, that's the demo. So that's it. It was a pretty straightforward demo. You can take everything before ending the demo. Yeah, the same thing happened in Rainbreaker. There was a room after the boss fight with heals, and then it's like, you're done. And I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting.
I see you returning from Mare's Dark Games. Don't let defeat cloud you with misery. That's what Mare wants. Instead, Use it as a strategic move. A queen sacrifice to conquer the board slowly.
A little bit too slowly for my taste.
So, let's attach the pawn's head to the giant lethal-looking robot body. What could possibly go wrong?
Kill all humans.
My body, at last. Rack is back and betting on black. I feel so broken. Would you mind doing me a favor, miss?
Does this favor by any chance involve pulling weapons out of your body?
Yes, bit of the good old rat creation. That would loosen these deadly accessories. If you can bring me cinders, I can become whole again. Nothing burns better in the belly. Look!
You can have new weapons. And enhance your weapons. There can only be one path active at a time. So, again, this is the Hades system of you have multiple different weapons and you can upgrade them to different forms. Increases critical chance of weapons. Charge attacks are windstorms. Combo attack inflicts burn. A chance to hit burn. Increases the chance 0 to 10. Okay. Duration of burn is larger. Restores health as you defeat foes. Based on strength, so you pay more into this one. Increases health restored. Defeating a foe with the dice throw grants a heal for 1 if the roll results in a 6. I wonder if there's synergies to change the results of the rolls. We get a bow. These are probably not available in the demo, I would have to imagine. We get a bow. I was going to say dagger, but it's a lance, so a spear. And a hammer. Swing continuously to deal alternating damage. Donk, 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 donk. Okay, well, let's do the demo thing and pay for some upgrades. I see, this one you can level up the critical hit chance and the damage of weapons multiple times. So, what a loud sound effect there.
See? We'll have these weapons out of my body and into your hands in no time.
Okay, are you going to give me a different weapon? No. Again, probably locked for the demo if I had to guess. And then you have things as well.
Queen?
I can buff the damage to bosses, or buff my starting health, or buff the amount of health that I get when I get maximum health during a level. Give my best to Enema. I'd rather not. And then you start another run. Okay, so final thoughts. And let's just rip the Band-Aid off as quickly as we can. Yes, it is a Hades knockoff game. There's no getting around it. Other than the setting and the story, the gameplay is exceptionally similar. Even what appears to be a minor difference, such as the inclusion of a die creature that gives you access to a ranged attack, is simply a reimagining of the alternate weapon attack that you have access to in Hades. Fast dash-in, dash-out combat, charged weapon attacks, unlocking NPCs through play, lots of characterization, dialogue, and relationships from you and the NPCs, weaving the loop of the game into the narrative. Here, it's, even death is no escape from his games. Unlocking new weapons, meta progression through statistical upgrades. All of those elements that combined made Hades such a gem of a game are all here in Eternal Die. And all those elements work similarly here to make it a pretty good game that plays well, has replayability with unlocks and progression, and shows an interesting story. There's nothing singularly bad, wrong, or out of place in Eternal Die. While I do wish I could dash and maintain my attack combo, like you could in Hades, but I digress. I am, though, having a hard time identifying any true evolution of the formula. What does Eternal Die have that sets it apart from games like Hades or Rainbreaker? Rainbreaker, in particular, while another Hades clone, I found intriguing due to its use of color and apparent focus on faster runs that can take like 15 minutes instead of an hour or more. Although I get the impression that the faster runs in that game are really just a consequence of it being abandoned after release, as the developer was bought out and then shut down. Eternal Die, on the other hand, features far less interesting visuals and setting. The game takes place within someone else's mindscape, someone else's reality. Either way, to me, it's just a perpetual, empty, dark, purple fog. It's hardly what I would call a thrilling environment. This is just the demo, though. Perhaps the tropical island level comes next. So for you, instead of asking the question, will I like the gameplay of Lost in Random, The Eternal Die? You might as well just ask yourself the question, did I like the gameplay of Hades? Because the answer is likely the same. One final thought, The Eternal Die is actually fully out and released. It's not in early access. I was a bit confused because while playing this demo, there's references to pre-order now in the menus, but this is clearly just an out-of-date demo. Eternal Die is $25 on Steam, fully out. And while the name of the development studio changed, it does look like it's the same developers who were behind the first Lost in Random game. The studios Zoink and Thunderful Gothenburg merged to form Stormteller Games, which I think is important to mention because while I haven't played the previous Lost in Random game, perhaps you have, and you want to follow the characters and the story as envisioned by the original development team. Sometimes when sequels or spin-offs get made, changes in developers can leave subsequent games feeling substantially different. Yes, I'm talking about you, Dead Mage Studios developing Wizard of Legend 2. Anywho, for everyone watching out here in YouTube land, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next Take a Look.